One of the game changers for me was the usability. When I was first initially looking for tools, obviously a lot of the time you're used to sort of Visio and having to have that skill set of like, what box do you do? How do you do a decision tree? How do I do then a swim lane? What's a pool? What's a lake? Whereas actually what this enables you to do is iGrafx has what's known as a QuickMap ability. From my point of view, anyone can write a list of what they do in a day. We all know you start off here, you do this, you do that. And what the QuickMap enables you to do is literally put in those steps and it creates the map for you. You then just find a home for it, link it up with everything else, and it's as if you'd gone through physically sorting out each of the boxes. So really, really powerful tool for me. We also did what's known as a process impact assessment, because obviously when you've got however many processes, departments, people, complexities, it can be really, really overwhelming to know where to start. So what we did was an assessment based on impact versus maturity, which then meant that we could really hone in on what would be the biggest bang for your buck, for lack of a better word. We then obviously ended up utilising that information and making sure that we had a clear idea of what the projects were that we were going to focus on. And our first project was predominantly around operations, making sure that we understood the A to B, the boxes on ships in effect. Then we looked at the onboarding, because when we were doing the boxes on ships, we noticed there were a lot of upstream things that we could be doing proactively, which would then stop or limit, mitigate some of the things downstream. So that's what we then focused on there. And the last project, we focused on the business process capability itself, as we introduced our internal business process managers, who are now going to be taking on this role going forward. And again, they'll go through the same thing of severity matrix and assessment to then design what it is that they're focused on, because when you've got so many processes, you've got to be really, really clear where your resource is going. So with that in mind, what we've managed to achieve is we've mapped 302 processes across the business in its entirety, and that's to a level 3.